Hi, welcome to this edition of Raw. As I said before, we will be doing an unboxing of the Kanyon from FTX. Now it's a 110XL, you say, because it is actually a lot larger than a probably 110 that you do see. It's more along the lines of a 1/5, 1/8 sort of scale. Looks nice. It comes with all the parts. It does come with, obviously, things you normally buy extra for things like this, which is your roof rack. Obviously, to put your bits and pieces in that you want to make it look a bit more authentic. It comes with front spotlights, which by the back of them all, they were all actually just pushed in, but most of them were out. So it took a bit of a tweaking to get these back into place. Comes with its front lights and its rear lights. And on its rear, you've got a nice example of a spare tyre. Like I say, it looks okay. The shell is quite flimsy, so I might have to retain it a bit. It is quite flimsy. But for an interim car, I can't complain on the outside. Alright, let's take a look for the first time at the inside. Okay. Right. First thing I notice, as soon as I look at it, is the struts. Plastic. These should be metal, really. I can't see them lasting very long. They are very thick, reinforced plastic, by all means, but I can't see it. The amount of hack it will have, it'll probably damage these areas here. And I do believe even the drive shaft itself is plastic. Yeah. The drive shaft itself, the casing for the drive shaft is plastic. Metal peg inside. Metal bearings here and here. Skid plate, plastic, needs to be all changed. It even comes with marks on it. Looks like it's been run before, but they say it hasn't. It's brand new. Your diff's all plastic. It sounds like I'm doing a lot of complaining, but for an interim car, I'm quite impressed actually for the price. Comes with oil-filled shocks, which are very responsive. Very responsive at all. It's got a brush motor. I can't actually see what the motor is. Oh, it's an Ftx RCC com, which I think is just their email address, to be honest. It comes with a NIF battery, 800. Now I will hopefully be able to change that over to a LiPo. But the problem you've got is everything's set up by programmable EEC, so it means a new EEC for it. Another thing I'm not keen on myself is this bit here. This extension plate here that they put on, which is metal, don't get me wrong. It's all metal. It's lovely, but it's only held on with 2 screws. I can see them wearing away and coming away from there. I might have to do something to reinforce this area a bit more. Same with the rear itself. This is obviously to give that little bit of extension to make a bigger body for it, to take it that bit further than the 110. I don't know, like I said before, it sounds like I'm doing a lot of moaning about this, but I'm quite impressed. FTX have produced a larger scale car at an interim price of roughly, in English pounds, £159, the cheapest I've seen. The dearest I've seen is £179. So there is a bit of a variation. So have a little look round. Most of your best hobby supplies would sell it. And the good thing with FTX is there's a lot of upgrades you can actually do to actually do your metal parts here, which I was complaining about. These you can do. For the price of it, you don't mind tinkering around if you're that way inclined. If you're not that way inclined, don't worry about it. It will still do the job you want it to do. But I guarantee you, when you get into it and into RC, if this is your first car, you will start wanting to put parts onto it to make it that bit more better, suitable for the area you're running it into. Now, these also say it's waterproof, which we yet to test. We haven't done so yet. Places like this area here, which is where your aerial comes out of for your receiver, and your transmitter area goes into it obviously, but there's a hole here I will put a bit of beading of silicone around it, not much, but enough to give it that area. Right, just a quick run over it for yous. The springs are good. The shocks return very well. Tyres. Very larger than life tyres, normally what you find on a monster truck. The foam's quite hard. I'll probably take the foam out myself personally. I'll probably take the foam out and then put some metal, or I should say lead, in to give it that extra weight, or even cut the foam back because that's quite a tough area. But saying that, the actual tread itself is quite deep. That's good. It's a bead lock wheel on it, which I prefer bead lock. I do. A lot of people don't like them, but I like bead lock. So it's a bead lock wheel on it. It doesn't have no weight being added to it as such, so it could do with a bit of weight being put on it. It's quite heavy for its size. So what else do you get with it? Okay, it comes with charger for your nymph. Battery, done in two, obviously, for different countries. Checks. You get a map pamphlet on the Mighty Thunder, and also the Mauler, which it says new, latest release, but Mauler's been out for a while. And then you've got other versions inside. It's like everything else. They give you that catalogue. You get your instruction manual. Nice glossy instruction manual, which I think is only 2 pages. Oh, I am wrong, 3 pages, but it does have upgrades that you can actually buy separate with different codes on, which is really, really handy. So like I was talking about adding the metal parts and that to it, they actually show you a version. So obviously that's their add-on sales. And then this bit here. Oh no, this is the instruction manual. That must have been another catalogue. So they put your 2 catalogues in. You get your warranty. That's your aerial pipe, and also a bind key if you need to rebind it at any point. It shouldn't need rebinding. The controller that it comes with, I have made a modification myself, and that's put the selfie area on so I can take videos when we go out with it. It's alright. It's a Pulse 2-channel 2.4 gigahertz controller. Well, it feels nice in your hand. And guess what I shouldn't have done? Press the trigger because I forgot it was switched on. How lucky was that, eh? But there you go. We even do bloopers in our videos. So we all get a little bit of mistake going on here, there, and everywhere, even me. Okay, but one thing I did notice, and I will move them, is the wheels themselves. I did notice they go pretty much full lock. Now, on my other crawler I have, or trail truck I should say, switch that off so it doesn't do it again. The trail truck I do have, it basically, the lock on it and the wheel isn't as far. So you got to do a lot of shunting to get around things. This has got a full lock on it. The only thing that worries me is its size for where I go. Now, it is a lot larger than I expected, with them saying 1/10 scale. I know they said XL, but I just thought, oh, that might be just the body. I didn't expect the frame as well. What they should really actually advertise this as is an FTX extra large car, 1/10 to 1/5 scale, even 1/8 scale. It's very much in that category. It's a brushless motor that comes with it. As you saw, it does like to move, so it does work. We've seen it there, nearly go on, take off. So the next part of the video is we're going to go outside and we're going to give it a run for its money and see what happens.